when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry.
Alright, I don't know what part of the video I was in or whatnot, since this has taken a little bit of time to get all this done. High doors finished, painted, wet sanded, buffed. Just to knock out some of the orange peel since I didn't feel like getting my spray gun out. I had it all put in an aerosol can, but it was automotive paint and 2K 2-part primer, or not primer, clear coat. I didn't really show as much of the process as I wanted to. Putting these on, that side went on fine, like the actual, I'm talking about the cage part. That went on fine. This one was kind of You had to put these two in, and then down there I had to kind of MacGyver the bolt to start and then pull the rest of it together. That hole is just off center, just a little too much. That was kind of really the only quality problem I've had. I would have liked to film the painting, which I guess if I would have got a tripod and I could have done a time lapse, but I didn't exactly want to get a bunch of overspray on my GoPro because she is expensive. As far as the paint, I actually bought one can I have it, of the Polaris paint, which if you're going to do this, it is absolutely absurdly expensive for no reason. It's Polaris touch-up paint. This is a titanium, so obviously I got the titanium metallic. I took this to the spray out card, took it to a local paint shop. To me, they have like some machine that goes off the card and figures out what paint you need to mix and whatnot. Did that, and well, oddly enough, that didn't match at all. Which actually, that is the color they gave me. And well, I don't know if I'm colorblind or y'all are colorblind, but that don't match. And well, this don't match that, and that don't match that. But what I ended up doing was I painted obviously both sides. I got it pretty covered. I thought maybe once I got enough coats, because I was painting over black powder coat, it would finally show, but that color was just so off. Luckily I did buy that can, and I was able to save these just enough. One can I did, if I remember right, 2 heavy coats on the 4 panels. Ignore my little run, that's the only one I started getting hot and heavy with the clear. Tried the wet sanded, and I got tired. I didn't want to go through the clear. Did that. That was my problem. That can was like $60 for just that one normal spray can. If you're gonna do it, you'd probably need every little bit of maybe 4 cans to be on the safe side. That paint actually does cover really good, however it's made. Because I used 3.5 of the one stuff I got, and then I used the 1 can just to try to actually save it. I did wet sand them with 1200 grit, and I buffed them out. Obviously I still could buff it out some more. There's still some orange peel, but they're gonna get scratched up. They could get absolutely hammered and demolished. I didn't see the point of making them show perfect for what I'm doing. I just wanted it to look good. I really want it to match all the way because I did want to color match these, maybe that and some other things, and then I want to incorporate more of this root beer. This is also paint that I did. This is a Lincoln color. It kind of resembles the root beer powder coat color, but it's just a little bit lighter. Whenever I get a cage, I want the cage to be that, and I'll probably do some suspension that, and then have the gray, the blue, and I'm just gonna call it the root beer. Did that. I put all these together. Really no complaints. That one on that side lines up perfectly. I didn't notice or pay enough attention because whenever I went to do this one, I guess this one either the tolerances were just off a little bit, or there's a little bit of play since the holes are like double the size of the bolt. Not like the threaded part itself. And this will come over here and it hits this one. As you can see, boogers up this, which I might take me a little grinder and just get rid of that. And then put some touch-up paint that I got for that color on the edge to clean it up. It'll be close enough for that. That way I can't open this Foley and it doesn't absolutely chooch it for no reason. But these are done. I'm pretty happy with them. I think maybe it might need some like decal or something on the side, kind of to break up the gray, maybe not point all the attention of that being like a shade or two off. If you're looking for these, I bought these from Dunes to Desert. I believe that's what it's called, or Dirt to Desert, or Dunes to Dirt, or something along those lines. $750 plus taxes. I think shipping was free. They are the cheapest place to buy these doors. The Hillbilly High Rise, I believe is their technical name. You can go on Super ATV and buy the same exact door, but I believe they were $1,200. Which, screw that. That's stupid. It's the same exact door. Same everything. I mean, if you really want to buy from them, go for it. Everything's from China anyway. Also, if you're looking to see how high they come up, they go up pretty high here. The stock doors came up to like, I want to say somewhere right around this mark. So you're getting quite a bit more coverage. Harder for stuff to fly in, harder for stuff to come in, a little bit safer for your limbs if you were to roll to stay in. The last owner of this thing put these little seat raiser deals in, so my seat will sit up higher than what most people's will. So I'll measure them that way, you know exactly. I want to say it's like 2 inches or something. Well, yeah, 1.5 by 2. Oh, they're 2 inches tall, so this will sit 2 inches lower if you don't have a seat raise. Which I've only heard of people doing seat lowers, not seat raises, but I mean, hey. I mean, you look kind of goofy because you're sitting up in the dang clouds, but it is kind of nice because you can see. So one thing I was skeptical about these and really didn't want to go this route was you can't see anything. But you know, some people say 2 inches ain't much, but I think it's huge. At least that's what my wife tells me. But I mean, with the 2 inches, my arm's like nice and comfortable here. I can still see. I can lean over and look. This is still gassing a little bit. I smell that paint. If you want to get this gap a little bit tighter, which, we're kind of close down here, but the gap's pretty big there. I was going to say you could put some washers here, but you probably can't. That is tight. come up pretty tall. If you do want to do a seat race for whatever reason, probably not gonna do it with an aftermarket cage. My head's probably out here, so if you do a drop cage, make it flat, you are probably gonna smack your head, so you'd have to at least have it back to stock. But it is kind of nice to still be able to see. 2 inches, like, could still see, but I can see everything and anything. Here's kind of the gaps on that side. So you can kind of play with the skins a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, they are what they are. You probably have, I mean, it's probably not much, like 30 seconds of play, maybe if that. Install the little AC unit right here, little fan. Probably once I feel like spending more money on this thing, after a drop cage, get an overhead fan. That's the plan with that one. We get there and we get there. I have bigger priorities. I've spent enough on this thing for a little bit. Kind of as you've been seeing, that is the fit and finish. There's a little bit to be desired, but I mean, it kind of just is what it is. I would like them to seal up like the stock doors did, but hey. My biggest complaint was I always had mud and everything just right over the stock doors. So these should hopefully solve a majority of that issue. You're always going to have a little bit here, a little bit there, especially once I get a drop cage. I have a lot less room for things. I'd like it to be, honestly, if that just dropped down, that'd be fantastic. But this is going to finish off the high door video series or whatever. I'll probably make a video reviewing of how they work, my complaints, the pros and cons and whatnot. If you guys could drop down a like, subscribe, helps the channel, helps it grow, helps me to know what people are liking and disliking, what videos to do more of, what videos to do less of, and just kind of helps push those videos out to the algorithm for more people to see, get the whatever information they want, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Get them fingerprints off. Appreciate you guys watching, especially if you made it this far. I know I kind of struggle to get to the point of some videos, but I'm just trying to get all the information out there that you could possibly want or that I possibly have to give. But until next time, guys.